Hey everyone, Happy Dude here. Today I want to talk about the graphic settings in a game because I read a lot of complaints that modern games look very blurry and not as good as older games. And that can be true, but that's because you don't know what the settings actually do. Or some people just don't care and they play as is. But on a console, you can't really change a lot of settings, but you can on a PC. That's why I prefer PC gaming. So I want to know from you guys which image quality you like the most. That what you see now, or do you prefer this more? So take a good look, and now we will do it side by side. And here it is. And if you think the right image looks the best, then we are going to be best friends. If you think the left image looks better, then just get out of here. No, seriously. The left image has upscaling and also a lot of options turned on. And the right image has less options and is in true native 1440p. So let's go through the options together. Some people just turn everything on, but that's not the way to get the most perfect image quality. Display. So HDR mode, on or off, it depends on the game and also your screen or your monitor. Can your TV or monitor do it well? And also in some games it doesn't look any better, so you just have to try it out. Let me show you. You see, that looks worse because this monitor isn't that great for HDR, so let's turn that off. Color space, same story. Display mode, full screen or windowed or borderless. Window, it depends on the game. Some games do weird stuff when you choose any other option. I always choose borderless window because then you can still choose other programs while you're in the game. The resolution, that depends on your TV or monitor. This one is 1440p and that's the max. When I play on my TV, that's 4K, and when the resolution rises, it will ask more of your GPU power. So in 1080p, the most important hardware will be your CPU. That will be your bottleneck. But when you're playing in 4K or 8K, then the CPU doesn't do that much anymore. So then it's all GPU power that matters. Refresh rate, you can cap it at a certain frame. It is recommended if you have a screen of 60 Hertz and you're pumping out 200 frames, it's best to limit it to prevent screen tearing. So I leave it at variable because with this monitor I never have any screen tearing, but when I play on my 4K TV I do have to cap it at 60 or 120 for some games to prevent screen tearing. Vertical synchronization, I always turn that on for my TV, but I turn it off for my monitor. It's something you will have to try out. Some monitors just don't have screen tearing, but TVs have more of a problem with it. Super resolution, that's basically the old way of saying do you want to use a upscaler. This game is a bit older, so it doesn't have that. Now it's on performance, so that will look worse. I always turn it off. If my GPU can handle it. If your GPU has some trouble with it, I always recommend quality. Once you go to performance mode, the image quality will suffer for it. You will see it. Rendering mode, I choose normal for this game. Here you can see the difference. Normal mode looks the best. Interlaced is to save performance. Then we have image quality. I set it to 1. You can set it up to 2. So then it's like you're playing 4K on a 1440p monitor. Or you can go lower. It's basically the same as upscaling. Fidelity. You will see when we turn that on, everything looks sharper. So I will leave it on. Anti-aliasing, that's a big topic. But on this game, I think TAA looks a tiny bit sharper. What this does is basically smoothing the edges of objects. Variable rate shading, I turn that off. That is something that will do the resolution, upscaling or no upscaling, to get the desired frames. Texture quality, you can put that as high as your GPU will allow it. I can go up to high 8 GB because I have 16 GB in total, even though this game is only showing 15. Texture quality, it doesn't require a lot of performance of the GPU, but model quality will shoot up high. See, it's in red because when this game came out, most GPUs only had 8 or 12 GB of VRAM, but you can go even higher. Oh no, that's it for this game. The mesh quality, basically the higher it is, the better your game will look. I leave it to maximum because my GPU can handle it. Ray tracing. For this game, it isn't that heavy to run, so I leave it on. But if it's too heavy to run, just turn it off, because modern games look very, very good without it. And then when you turn it on, you usually have a lot more options to choose. So you can choose what you want. For me, it's all turned on. Volumetric lighting. This usually disappears in a modern game when you turn ray tracing on. It's the rays of light that you see here. You see, when you turn it off, it's gone. And to be honest, I don't see a lot of difference between low, mid and high. In some games you can see it, but in this game, yeah. Subsurface scattering, that's on the skin. See, when you turn it on or off, you can see a bit of difference. Not really much. Again, in this game. In other games, it can be a huge difference. The shadow quality, that's something that I don't really care for. But if you turn it up to the max, look how much VRAM it takes up. It's quite a lot. And in Resident Evil 9 it takes up 2 GB of VRAM. That's really a lot. So I leave it at high. Contact shadows, when you turn it off, you will have more light in the room. It gets a bit darker when you turn it on, but you will have extra detail of shadows with all the edges in the room and with objects. Shadow cache, best to turn that on when you have shadows on high quality. Bloom, that's something I turn off. These are all the settings like you have in a movie. Lens flare, I also turn that off. See the difference with the light? It's the same for the candles. This is more when you look at the world through a camera lens. But if you want realism, then you should turn it off, like you're watching with your eyes. This is also something that you see when you have glasses on. Film noise, that's also something you have to turn off. I really hate that. I'm not watching a movie, I'm playing a game, and even in movies I hate it. It's a setting that makes the graphics look worse. Depth of field, also something that I hate. You see, when you turn it off, everything looks sharp. Look at the background. On, off, on, off. Lens distortion, also something that makes everything blurry. You see, this is on with chromatic aberration, and this is off. So off is a lot sharper. That option was a bit like motion blur. In most games that option is separately from chrome aberration, and I absolutely hate motion blur. That's when you shake the camera very fast and everything gets blurry. That's not how my eyes work in the real world, so I absolutely hate it. I always turn it off. So, are there any options you guys absolutely love or hate? Please put it in the comments below so we can discuss it. And as always, thank you for watching, and you all have a nice evening. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!